Hey, it's great to have you here in this live session, a marketing clinic. We are talking about Facebook strategies. Now, we had a session last week, and I'll probably expand on some of that, but I'm mostly doing this. I'm going to have a couple Facebook strategy sessions over the next week because I am launching a series of Facebook posts. I have a series of 7, which will be in a playlist, and which you can follow along during the week. And I had my first one, which was the vlog this morning. I'm doing this kickoff with a live session. And of course, if you catch up with me during this live session, you're welcome to ask questions on the replay. Of course, put those in the comments below and subscribe, of course. So I want to talk about a few things related to Facebook, and it's a theme that I'm really pushing throughout these videos. And you know, there's some things in Facebook that is true across all of social media. And one of the things that you have to remember, and this is a common thread that's happening in the algorithms throughout social media. And the number one thing that's going to help you on Facebook and any social media platform for that matter is activity. Being active on a regular basis. That's going to get you where you want to go. The algorithms are truly, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it does not matter. And as I continue to release this series of Facebook posts that are being released each morning, I have one already this morning, and I have 7 days worth coming, and you'll see that that pattern continues in this conversation, that activity is so important. You are rewarded on Facebook for that activity, and that will help you really beat that algorithm. Okay, so that's number one. That is an excellent thing to remember when trying to get on board and think about what is it I have to do? Activity. Okay, number 2 that you will find as a common theme throughout the algorithms on all the social media platforms, but definitely true. It seems like Facebook is ahead of the game when coming to getting to these basic foundations of the algorithms that are helping people win at the Facebook game. And that is using, just like here on YouTube, as I'm doing a YouTube Live, using the native platform. So if you are uploading your photos natively, you're going to do a much better job than if you're going to use a third-party app. If you upload your video natively, it's going to go a lot further. I have seen it 10 times better results. I've seen 10 times. For example, if I go to my roshmedia page, I could upload or actually put a link in from here on YouTube. So if I put this video on Facebook, on my page, I may get 30 views, all right? 30 views, great. That's maybe 2% of the people who are actually following that page. Well, if I upload it directly, this video, upload it directly to Facebook, download from YouTube, upload to Facebook, I'll probably get 200 to 300 views. Now, on Facebook, something to consider when it comes to the video side is that, honestly, the views aren't that great. I mean, watch time is so important, and it's just like here on YouTube, it's important in Facebook too. But the watch times really have not been solid. I see 6, 7, 8 seconds, maybe 15 if someone really got into it. Chances are the audio is off. And I know the video worked because on other platforms I got much longer watch time. People were not dropping off. So I think video is overblown on Facebook for now, but it also has to do with the type of video you upload to Facebook. Because the audio is off, generally you need to make sure, and they've been changing this up a little bit, but you need to make sure you have text in that video. You need captions. It's so important in Facebook compared to other platforms. So when considering uploading video to Facebook, consider that fact, that you probably need some good captions to help get the attention of people to bring them in, and you need to do that immediately. You have seconds, just like any platform, but it's especially true on Facebook. Now, another thing that you can do that is very helpful to get your name out there, and tomorrow, and some of this stuff is talked about in tomorrow's tomorrow's video, is awareness. Tomorrow's video is awareness. I'll kind of give you a run through, and I'll get back to that point in a sec. But I'll talk about awareness with Facebook, traffic with Facebook, conversions, making money with Facebook, and lastly, retention, keeping your customers with Facebook. And then I have a couple more things not to do on Facebook, and I'll probably have a list of some nice tips on Facebook too. So that's what's coming up throughout this week. But just like I'm doing here with YouTube, live on Facebook gets promoted. It helps get the word out. And you can create some good calls to action for people, whether it's developing awareness, letting people know your name. And one of the things that people forget when it comes to awareness development, they say branding. Yeah, it is, but your branding, one, is not your logo, it's not your face, it's the way you make people feel, it's your reputation. That is what branding is. And so when you're doing that, when you're developing your branding on Facebook, you want to be consistent, because you want that feeling that you're developing when they see you live, that they get to know you, and then you have a trigger that brings back the feeling that they had when they saw you live or interacted with you. And that is what you need to do in terms of maybe having your face, but the same face throughout your social. And true, because there are so many different types of platforms. There are, even within Facebook, you have your personal page, you have your business page, and you can have multiple business pages. So if you have different types of companies, maybe it's the same color scheme, so people can transfer that brand element in some way from one page to another. If you've worked really hard on one, it's tough to work and start over on another, so you want to transfer some of that feeling over with, say, the color schemes or maybe similar logos or looks. And then you have groups, which are hugely powerful these days. I think Facebook groups are what we wanted pages to be, where we interact with people. But a group is a great place to develop yourself as an expert. Hey, I know there are a few people in here. We've had a couple come in and out. If you wish to talk, share some ideas, or ask some questions related to Facebook, feel free. That is what I'm here for in these marketing clinics. And I look forward to answering those questions here. And if you don't have a question now, feel free to put it in the comments below, and I'll certainly catch up with you, and that's including those of you who are on the replay. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Okay, so you always got to get that in there. You know, it's called a call to action. So let's talk call to action. So call to actions in Facebook are really important too. Just like right now, taking the time to think about the headlines that you're putting out there. We want to drive traffic with Facebook, and you have to tell people what you want them to do, and that is what a call to action is. It's amazing how many times you go to a landing page or a website or even social media. Why do you have this Facebook group page, your personal page? Why is it there? Let people know. Tell them what you want them to do. Now, on Facebook pages, there are additional tools that Facebook is putting on there. In other words, the ability to call you direct or connect with you in some way. There's a number of different ways that you can, buttons in the Facebook page that can help you convert people into customers or connections, capture their email. There are really some good tools, and they're continuously evolving these tools. I got to tell you, I have trouble keeping up sometimes. I'm always testing out these new tools, and it seems like every time I try one new tool, they come out with another new tool. A few tricks that I want to share with you that I think are important that I mentioned in the videos, and some of these I don't mention in the videos as of yet. At least I haven't recorded them yet. I think probably this is kind of a process of working through the next videos coming in this Facebook series. But if you have a page and you really want people to follow you, the problem is Facebook is not they're only showing to about 2%, maybe 1-2% of the people who like your business page. So what you need to do is tell them to make your page a priority. And if you go to your page and you'll see the follow button. Click on that follow button and you'll see make first. In other words, make your post something a priority to put in the news feed. And that will really help increase the amount of traffic to your Facebook pages and make it more effective. You can also go in the settings in Facebook and actually target the interests of the people that you want to see your Facebook page. That is in there. There are some other things you can do to focus on region or exclude countries or just focus on specific countries. So say, for example, my Facebook page, I tend to focus on UK, the United States, and Australia. That's where most of the people that follow me tend to be. And so that is exactly what I would recommend you do, especially if you find that maybe there's a lot of spam coming from or people that really are not truly engaged in what you are offering. You can, cut those countries out. I mean, there are a number of them in Eastern Europe, in Asia, and hey, there are some in the United States too. But the fact is, you need to probably focus in a little bit there. There are things you can do in terms of ranking the priorities of your comments. That's another thing. There are a lot of settings. This is what I recommend you do rather than going through the whole list, is take the time to go through your settings in Facebook, in groups, on your page. You will be amazed at what is there and the control you have and the customizations you have of your page. You can actually customize your page in the way it's laid out too. So that's something, not to the extent it used to be in the old days of Facebook, where it was just we could create anything you want. It is a structured system, but you can prioritize what is higher and lower on your Facebook page. Let's just, as we work into this last bit, which I think is really important, probably the most important part of the whole Facebook conversation, and that is how you approach people in Facebook. The nice thing about a page is you can go to the people who've liked your page, and you can go to their pages and comment as the brand. And that's really powerful. As I said right in the very beginning, one of the most powerful things you can do is be active. Activity is going to spur the algorithms and make them benefit you and promote you. And you as a brand being active is certainly going to help you more than just posting things to the page. Being active as a brand, that's what Facebook wants. They want that interactivity. There are some brands who, everybody talks about that 1 to 2% of people who actually see it, but they're probably not actually being engaged. And in other things that have worked really well are certainly great headlines. I've had great headlines that have been spread and shared, great topic and content behind it, of course, that have been shared all over, which have gone far beyond my my initial so many likes to that page. But what you need to do is connect with people one-on-one. And remember, this is about people. There are people behind these accounts. And the more you connect as a person, even in your own personal account, it's okay to let people know what you do. And it's actually probably a good thing. Hey, a lot of your best referrals have probably come from, friends and family. And so that is where they're hanging out. These are people who know and trust you. So if you can use Facebook as an educational tool, you will be all the better. So your job now is to think of how you can best use Facebook, your page, your personal page, to educate friends and family in a fun and interesting way, not a hard-nosed sell. How can you create interesting content on your business page to help it be boosted and show? And of course, start testing, talking to people as your brand. And lastly, developing a group a group where you can educate and develop yourself as an expert with people beyond your personal profile group, your personal Facebook page. Those groups, I've been watching them, I'm a part of them, I've seen them grow quickly. If you are active, regularly posting, engage with the people who are posting in your group, engage, anywhere you are, engaging with them. I know that word is overused. If there's a better word at some point, we will use it, but right now it is most certainly the best word to connect with these people and show that you're human and that you know they're human and you're building a relationship. And they'll be more apt to share what you're doing, your pages and your groups and so forth, which eventually will build you as an expert. And when you can build yourself as an expert through Facebook, you will find some great benefits to your company. All right, well, that's it. Let's see, this was about 15% left on my phone, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for all who were here. Those of you who are left on the live session, thank you. I appreciate it. Make sure you share the videos as they get released throughout the week, and make sure you check them out as they are released throughout the week. They will all be in a Facebook series, but please share them. It helps kind of boost the whole process and gets it in front of more people. I really do appreciate it when you share my videos. It does help you more than you know. And of course, if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And that's it. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. I'm looking forward to reading the comments below because that certainly inspires me to share more information with you. You have a great day.